once you take out your gun, it's with the intention to use it. So you taking out the gun to scare people, that already is illegal. You're not allowed to do that.
Probably Zulu men and like Kanyanyana when it comes, they got the smell of gunpowder.
Come out on top. So the guy that was instigating the rapey thing, the guy had everything.
Hey, bravo, man.
The guy had everything to win that shit, but I don't know. It was unexpected.
Can I ask a question? Do you think Big Brother, multi-choice, would have responded like this if
there wasn't
social media didn't go ballistic?
Welcome to it, man. This is GSL, the podcast. My name is Karen Mtasinyambo, the uncle from the ghetto doing big things in the city. In case you don't know what GSL stands for, guys, Global Streetz Live. Got the boys, if you know, on the left, which is presumably your right. Got the boy, OGZ, So Easy, Witty. And on my right, which is going to be your left, we got the man who I wish had a less ego. Lesego over there with the black, dripping with the enemies on his chest. He's not here to play. Behind the camera, we got the Dark Knight, Batman, the Ghost Man, Namani, Namain, Kagiso, KG.
Yo.
Wabantwana, Hahins. The Shapile Neon, Nikajeko. You guys are missing out. Anyway, it's going to be a great show. I'm so excited. All you guys are tuned in. Thank you so much for doing that. I also want to introduce our VVIPs for every show. In case you don't know, it's you. Thank you so much for tuning in, for commenting, for liking. The subbies are growing. We are seeing interaction as well on our social media platforms. If you don't know, we are Global Streetz Live on all our social media platforms. Please follow us. Do comment. We do engage every now and then, you know. Mara, even though we don't say something, we see everything.
We see you.
And everyone also is leaving like all those beautiful feedback or messages on our YouTube. I think I'm going to talk to the boys. You know, we must actually give you like a young shout out. Maybe have a comment of the week. I'll talk to the boys about that. But shout out to you guys, man. And don't forget, tell another friend to tell another friend.
Bastrata.
The boys, Sunborn.
Good afternoon.
Sunborn. Yeah.
Hello.
Ninjan.
Hi. Have fun.
I want to go to January. I pay fine.
Why?
Oh, born when I know.
Oh, I.
You are now in a podcast.
Okay.
You show lightning is in Africa, even the most paid podcast. But we go on and you pay snake flats. I'm fine. No shade, go down, Sasha. You right to quit. I'm going to
Yo, I'm sharp, Grandy. Njengausho ukuthi yazi January phelile so yeah.
No, kuyathamba nya.
Ukhathala wakhona nawo uyangithola.
Oh, kuya kickstarter nya.
Yeah, yabo. Yeah.
I'm impressed kaSizulu sami.
Isizulu.
And ngiyabona ukuthi ngifuna ukuthi ngisikhulume isiZulu.
No, but
ngizon pampis.
I'm proud. Because I remember the last time he spoke Zulu, KG came for him. And no, today he even let you shine because you did your thing.
Sengenile.
10 out of 10.
Selimuzulu. Shut up, Peshu. I'm fit.
I'm fine.
Speaking of which, let's get into it, man. How was the week? Someone want to share something with us?
You. So I want to do a young morality test, right? So here's a scenario, quickly for you guys, right? Your 10-year-old. So nalwana lichomia ay ko strating skabana balwana, right? Your 10-year-old was fighting lichomia ay and then nansa balwana chomia ay ashapaka tlhogo a tlhokofala. Right?
Wait. My 10-year-old
No. Your 10-year-old nalwana ngwana batho ashapaka tlhogo chomia ay ya tlhokofala. Right? Your kid comes home and says, Mama or Papa, this is what happened. And then you ask the question, so uko kaya ngwano? Arikimusile moli. And then you ask the question again, another question, okay, Who was there when this thing was happening? Ari, it was just the two of us. No one was there.
Nobody witnessed.
Yeah. It was just the two of us.
Shit.
What's your next step as a parent?
Hey! I think Namani must go first.
What's your next step as a parent?
We're in front of the camera, so we still gotta cook the lies.
Because remember,
The Lord is watching you.
if you keep quiet, because also your kid says habona ki motu, that's because yena habona motu. It doesn't mean no one saw him. Right? That's number one. Number two, if you choose not to take this to the police, which is where it's supposed to go, and someone saw you.
So how do paint the context? Because we shape it answers our own.
No.
Yeah.
So I want you to think about this
Hey, don't let me.
with whatever answer that you're going to think about.
No,
What are you doing?
my answer is simple.
Yeah.
Go back to the sea no phone my police.
Okay.
You know, as it's much easier for this to be on the book than off the book. Because now, if I find out later on, I mean, we live in an area where nothing can be hidden in public.
True.
Then you can be defeating the ends of justice, accomplice to whatever, murder.
Everything.
But I didn't that were not there initially. But how, when you bring it to book, not only is it easier, but you can just say, because of shock, wanobali.
Okay.
I'd like to where they feel
Even
most safe.
But guys, I think
Abalia to where they most feel safe, which is Kumtwadiwa. And at 10 years, they can't really arrest you. Maybe but we about the psychologist and whatnot.
yeah,
On
but
the
you
flip
can-
side
you
also,
can still serve.
how about the Utsebe Baba, it's an African science. Right? Wana house at Amalipuna
Usui.
strategy. No, besides, you know, I think this one is easier to go safe. Because I don't see what's the worst that could happen to a 10-year-old.
Okay.
They don't plan to go commit murder. It was a genuine mistake. That's how I see it.
Okay.
I didn't stop.
OG. Let's go.
You know what?
He's reading this answer.
You know, I think you did somehow get to steer our answers.
Nah, that's why I
I
said
think
you
you were
mustn't
supposed
paint
to leave it
context. Leave it at that.
Morality test and leave it
Leave
at
it
that.
there.
You know what? Because when I'm listening to Kagiso, it sounds like he's more afraid of somebody seeing that. No, this 10-year-old comes back. Nobody saw me, and that's where things are. So in the event, Yauri, nobody saw, and we are certain Raonamoto or Boning, what will you do?
And what would you do? Tell your truth. It's a podcast. Tell the truth.
Nah, it's a sticky one. Killer one.
Okay.
I think yes, nothing will happen to that 10-year-old at the time. But Matsatingana, there is they can still maybe serve at a later stage for it. I don't know Mlawarona Ojwang, but I'm under the impression that they would still serve. Maybe out of 16. Whatever that happened
Juvenile or something.
at that age, yeah, maybe 10 years, he'll be responsible for it.
Okay.
So, as a parent, protecting my child. Bruh. Man, I'm shutting the fuck up. I'm shutting the fuck up because it's a king. But like you think to yourself, already, there's just so much that is going to come here.
That's at stake.
Now you are at risk. Because how to be familiar with
Exactly.
it's pain for them.
Mpagati. Cheese.
When exactly. Because of ngwana. As young as they are, it puts so much of a risk to you and your family. So now my meet, and this is now me responding. I'm trying to protect my child. I'm trying to protect myself as well.
Let me
Unfortunately,
ask you this question.
in a case like this, I think I'm kind of like,
Let me ask you this question. You know, the secret is as good as the two people that know it.
Yeah.
How sure are you that you
Eh, some influence.
No. Yeah, Jonah.
Come get a little.
I think can you tell it too?
He's not sure. He's just willing to take the chance. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying as
What
well.
I'm
To say,
saying.
I'm willing to take the chance. And
Yeah, I'm not saying shit.
Lena ke ka mo coach, ke mo jwetsa-
I'm a protector. We know kids abana.
True. And I'm abana, yes.
Ka thola ngwana hao o bona, let's say when LSG wa hlapa in the presence of ngwana hao. Yo, na ya ntate wa ka e ka. They don't know like
They don't know the wrong.
But the thing
But
is,
I can't remember, I'm looking at
he's
10
willing
years.
to. Yeah,
but
he's willing
around
to.
10 is a kgone ho bona
10 years
ntho
that kalifile nyana, kila bona.
But this kind of influence and someone.
We're waiting for yours.
I'm just answering. I'm not saying he must flip his question. I just want to know if you considered everything.
He did. And he's like, Mzofa now.
That's why
When I picture you at 10 years old, keep everything
you see,
hush.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell him to picture anything.
Tell us.
For me, you done.
man, next kalifile ka 10 years old. I probably already had secrets, dog.
You said what you said.
But that's why I would protect my son or my son. I would protect them, and I'll also be protecting myself. And if I'm a coach and say, listen, Khona no, if anybody asks, I'll say nix. And if anybody asks, I want you to. If I would have to. I would have to coach him. Kim jwetsa re mamela mfethu. Sa tlalifile, sa tseba tronko ke eng. Yabona? So I need to also instill a bit of fear in him in order for him to shut the fuck up about it. Unfortunately, ke protecta yena, ke protecta nna. Yes, it's wrong, but yeah, sometimes
the niggas gotta do what a niggas gotta do.
Okay.
Okay. Well, for me, honestly, I if I'm telling the truth, kile kwa lacho. So it's gonna be hard. Like you see, for example, now, and I'm gonna tell you why my answer is gonna be to like basically go the holy route about this, only because I would only do that if I didn't have a man in my house. You see, if I had like a time I was like this, I was shutting the fuck up. But if it's just me, like the way it is right now, yo, we going there, bro. Like we're going there because first of all,
You're going to
the scene. We're going to the scene. We're going to the family, and we're calling the police. We're doing it, like, and whatever come at me. But like, I feel like if I'm alone like this, like like if I have like a man, like you see, like a man, and man says, "Mom, we are told."
So what are you saying? Are you saying that you're willing to be chased?
Yeah, I think
going to happen.
Come at me, yeah. But for now, I think the repercussions of the king, that outburst and that outcry in that like moment, I'd rather face that than people finding out at a later stage, and then because I'm in shit either way. Do I understand? So I feel like I would go there. Well, knowing me, very like especially if you're into like no baba okay sharp. I'm just gonna be like, yo dog. The worst that could happen is going to happen. If but I feel like my son also has nothing to hide because it's a different case if he did that if he was 22, 26, 27. He's 10. I don't think.
Let me throw a bit of twist in this thing. Right?
We're not low.
I just want to throw a young twist before we move on.
Before you throw the twist, what would you do?
Shit.
Shit.
What am I doing? Shit.
Tough one, bro. It's a tough one.
It's very tough.
I would do the same as you, right? Because I have to, but I would have to, there's things that I would have to do to make sure that this thing doesn't come back.
Evidence.
Right? For an example, he spoke about black magic.
Yeah.
They're going to work Sito Puda and then shit is going to hit the fan. Right? I'm going to have to have an upper hand and go to people that do black magic and say, listen, this is the shit that happened. So can you make sure that in case they do that shit, it doesn't come back to us, right? I'm also gonna keep quiet, lie low a bit, and make sure that no one saw anything. Because if someone saw something, then shit is going to come back to us. If nothing happens and then nothing comes back to us,
Taking to
we're
the
moving
grave.
out of that place.
But
Yeah.
that's also sus. It's very suspicious. Why are you moving?
Nah, but we can.
Nah,
move.
but not like immediately.
Yeah,
Like
not
maybe
immediately.
after like 6 months. or
Ngwana
so.
ba mo patile, it's been a while now.
Yeah.
No one knows. We're
Kila
moving.
Yeah. Oh.
Because
People
the
move
thing
all
is,
the time.
hangwana sansanali in that environment, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it is.
So it's going to come back to us because
Eventually, yeah.
You
we
see,
don't have to move.
however you decide to go about this, it's gonna come back for you.
Not necessarily.
also that is
necessarily.
a huge risk because if it in case someone saw something.
Ubona ke ma-veg, oh, beep, 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 but
Tareka vegetable every every
My
weekend.
answer
Catholic fair.
is catered based on the age of the child. It's best to come clean when
I
they're
feel
at the
so.
tender age.
That's why I get there's less repercussions at that age.
It's squashite. But I wonder if now
Mphakathi
kids teenager.
kubile wona.
Once kids, that's also if you're willing to move
Ah,
there,
number two.
then the same thing you'll move.
I think it's just going to be trauma.
The thing is,
Trauma either way.
More if we patile.
Not necessarily, bro.
the thing is, ne?
Depending how
Upa
people
hore.
respond to it.
Exactly.
But because not everybody's going to be like, no, Kingwana, it was a mistake.
It's a 10-year-old. What do you
Let's
mean?
forgive.
Ngwana o nkile ngwana rona.
Except,
Yes, but what I'm saying is, if you're willing to move whilst it's hidden, you can move. It's like batsiba.
Habatsiba, when you move Habatsiba, you're guilty. Why you move?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
How not try a welcome more? You're moving because of safety.
Guilty le ngwana.
It's fine.
But
One
don't
guilty
late.
fellow bulele motho. But it's just that thing. Let it come out in the open. It's squash you with that. But for me, my answer will be different if one has a teenage.
too
Because
risky.
now, get 10 years, ne? Then they found out early 18 or and like the murderer came out.
And then not hoots.
Then Luna,
Then the
not only is
repercussions.
he the one
Yeah, I
involved,
know Jorge,
everyone
we're
in the
also
family
going
involved.
down.
Yeah.
Deny.
Because if you try at Hong Kong, they can't just say
You're
it's murder.
toxic.
Murder, you need to prove intent. Did
Yeah.
he intend on killing him? Did he intend on... Highly so, one not a psychologist, but very bad therapy.
Just a little slap on the wrist.
Because I had
nothing
a friend who died because Bamutunse. So it's that thing of you as your father, LSG as a father, Tunya, it wasn't at the safe, Kanakwe.
Yeah.
Then when I got your dad's gun, it's cool. By Sheba, the gun goes.
Taha.
Yeah.
Sharper straight in the heart. But because the person who held the gun and the gun went off, Nesansan Ili minor, they couldn't prove intention of killing.
It was just
Fine.
negligence.
Yeah, fine. We didn't follow the case throughout because now
And the father was probably in shit.
Obviously.
Probably, yes.
Because you must put it on safety,
Yeah.
disarm it,
But
manipulate. I think there's
in this
rules
case,
like
it's
that.
Different,
Yeah, yeah.
It's different as LSG. No said when Mana died.
Yeah.
But it's just a 10-year-old. Maybe they were having a squabble and shit happens. I want to hit their head on the pavement or something and they go. At 10 years old, Joe, like you don't have the intention
I'm
of
fine. We're
not-
sweeping that thing under the carpet.
The cup,
That's
sweep it
not-
under the rug.
Unfortunately.
But let's go to the street squad, man. Tell us what you think you would do. And I just feel like this is a conundrum. This is a sick situation. I don't want to moral compass. Iri south, iri west, iri north, iri east. And let us know, man. Drop it across all our social media platforms. Also, because I think we're going to post a skit of this. Also on our YouTube while you're watching this. Tell us, where your
head is at.
Or I'm an African scientist, engineers, ukuthi bayenze in. Mara mina nto engizoyenza nje, if it were my kid though that they killed, strike. You see this thing? Strike. But anyway, speaking about go bereka, go tlapana, ditlabu, minati, miriri. Hona also mo so also na kwa Durban abo. So na le ko Real House Wives of Durban abo. Hona no sana le happies wa. Am tse o sa teng na le happies ke lone lana. A o tse happies lone lana na le happies. Or maybe khona ntho ka ena batlang jazza.
Sky bua eo. So yeah, Londie London. Yeah, Remuiti as
Why are you tensing up?
Also pakileng.
I wanted to say more than
I'm
that.
really illiterate.
Ukilabona? But yeah, Remuiti as the
Mapagisha.
shine, beautiful, mapagisha, young tall, izinto zemnandi.
Wang understand.
So apparently, the ex-boyfriend,
Yo, go bereka le bashimane. Hey.
he went to some club, pub/club lounge setup,
Yeah.
and he apparently had an altercation with the security guys there. So nkare nabatla ukena and boneba never sabatlo again.
Sure.
So yeah, so the guy became trigger happy, and yeah, he opened fire on them. So I think they retaliated, and but then abamuthunya leon.
Sure.
So he's currently in hospital. His name is what? Pamandla Mabonga.
Mabonga, yeah.
Yeah, you know. He's currently in hospital, and apparently it is a bit severe.
Yeah.
I think his rib as well.
Yeah, chest.
So yeah, so there was a bit of damage that actually took place. Moyena. And now my personal comment on this, I'm actually quite shocked to say you know, I mean you think, you know, he's a businessman.
Yeah.
So we normally associate businessmen with a bit of intellect.
Sure.
And tons of bit decent. So I think, are you really going to be upset at the fact that about Dumeli Kotlabing Anton or Konda Wong?
Also, before you go anywhere, club, mall, school, anything, do they not have something like right of admission reserved?
Yeah.
They do.
So yeah, Ankara Vela Chaivi to later because Garnabata Kenakas Tunya.
Hey.
Bamshuets about no. Ugaskenekas Tunya. I think that's why Ale and so on.
You know, I actually saw the surveillance camera from
Already?
the entrance.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened.
I didn't
So
actually come across that.
he went there, and the bouncers, so the security at the entrance, they were like, "Nah, you can't come in." I don't know what's the reason. They said,
And
"You
this
can't
is
come
all
in,"
on footage.
right? Yeah, everything is there. And then you see him trying to force his way in,
Oh shit.
and then these people are like, "Nah, you're not
It's
fucking
not gonna
coming
happen,
in."
Yeah.
And then that's when he pulled out his gun.
Yes.
He pulled out his gun. He didn't shoot. So he
Okay.
was trying to scare them, and then he went in while he's carrying his gun. So one of the security guards that's standing outside while the others are dealing with him
Yeah.
now at the entrance, just inside a bit,
Yeah.
they opened fire at
Oh,
him.
so they started open firing.
So they opened fire at him.
No, then they are wrong.
No, they can't be
Yeah.
wrong.
No,
They're
they're
like,
wrong.
They
what
can't
are
be
you
wrong.
doing with the gun in the
Yeah.
They can't be wrong. Why are you
No,
forcing yourself in?
why was some
Yeah, but
No,
he's always-
their lives are in danger.
Exactly.
Mara, wait, warning
Okay.
shot in yana.
No.
He's carrying a gun. He's going to Tunya.
So it's either it's you or me.
Exactly.
Remember the laws of the gun.
Yeah. The laws of the
One-
gun are a bit.
It's not a toy. Once you take out your gun, it's with the intention to use it. So you taking out the gun to scare people, that already is illegal. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to do that.
Because that's what
So
his
me-
charges are.
As a security officer, once
You-
you take
you-
out a gun, my intention is I need to shoot you or you kill me or the people I'm protecting.
Exactly.
And as a club owner, once someone gets killed in your club, you are liable. They can shut you down for not being able to protect the people that are dancing at your
Yeah.
place. That's why there's security. Laba ufale gun, bawufake liquor license. If anyone gets stabbed, shot, or dies in your premises, you're gonna be liable.
Yeah.
So there won't be, no, come, let's speak outside. So I'm sorry. Fuck that. Fuck that. It was open fire. Dabale right.
So that's what happened. They opened fire at him, and then I also saw that the restaurant is also has also opened the case against him for attempted murder
Yeah. They did
while
open.
he's fighting for his life at
Dog.
the hospital, which for me is warranted. Number one, I feel like the guy has entitlement issues. Why do you think you
Yeah.
must be let in when they
True.
don't want to let you in?
True.
Wait, isn't this guy Mahu's boyfriend?
No, it's not the same guy.
No.
No, it's not the same guy.
Never talk about Mahu driver dikoloi tsa Londie London. It's
Nah, it's not the same guy.
Oh,
This
sorry,
was a
alleged.
new boyfriend after Mahu's boyfriend, which is the baby daddy for Londie London's kids.
Hey, I see.
It's not the same.
Yeah. Oh God, then why are they using Londie London's name? Because she was not even there. It's got nothing to do with it. You
And
see this
they
thing of
broke
dating.
up.
And then why is Londie London's name dragged through this?
Because-
For traction.
That's how you
can
make it
describe him.
relevant
Yeah.
or relevant to people.
Irrelevant. We don't give a Like, no.
Nah, but I think the guy's just trigger happy, bro. Like, shit, man. That's just a bit.
Can't you what you call it? Emperor's.
Yeah, Empress syndrome.
Yeah, that's what he had. Like, who the fuck are you not to allow me in this? club?
Killer one.
Is he moneyed?
Yeah,
should be.
he
Yes,
does
I mean-
it.
Where is this place in KZN?
If he dated
it's
Londie, then he's
The
definitely
restaurant.
moneyed.
It's in Sunning Hill.
But is he a Zulu guy?
Mabonga. Should be.
Probably, no?
Spaman, what is it? Yeah.
Probably. Zulu men and Bakanyana when it comes they bagata the smell of gunpowder. I didn't even know that if you take out like if you pull out your gun, it's like illegal.
No,
or-
it is illegal.
We are I think concealed
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
You can't even walk around with it being
In
visible.
being visible,
as,
yeah.
as a private citizen.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Oh my bodies, how's about
bodies are private security. Yes, they are permitted to
Yeah.
to open.
fire or whatever?
No,
or,
to have it.
or like on the case
Yeah.
or whatever.
But you as a citizen, no.
So-
So now when I'm a boo Bible on the belt and you can see it. It's not allowed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
no, it's
wait,
concealed.
now that we're here, can I ask like so when it comes to like storing a gun, if you like have it, what are the rules around that? Are you
to be in
supposed to
safe.
like
It has to
unsedi,
be in the
bully Kenya on safety?
Yeah, there's quite a lot around it. But yeah, it has to be in a safe.
Because if anything happens with
When
your
not in
gun,
use.
you will also be liable. So if
Yeah.
let's say one of us tunya skolong and starts opening fire, you will be the shit in shit.
Or if they
for-
steal
for
it
the-
as well.
If they steal it, don't you just go to the police station and you lay a case?
There's been cases where people use their legal firearms to kill, and yanong motu wabulaya later on wavaya ulo reporta incidenti, and afika rao change stories tunya saka basutwit.
Sure.
Whereas he still has the gun. So, it becomes a little tricky to now prove or yes,
before-
kwena or aswena.
Before you get the license, you need to the safe needs to be wall mounted. It needs to be a specific
Yeah.
safe. It needs to be hidden. Then you need to take all pictures we want to whether that's the case.
Really?
Yeah, then
And do you know, before you even get the license, a sheriff has to go out to your neighborhood, Moplomang, and find out from your neighbors if you are a person that can legally have a
Yeah,
firearm.
they call it competence.
Yeah. They go out there with checker. If
Really?
ngonde how or right, are you fit enough to actually own a firearm?
You know, also speaking of license, also part of the charges of that guy, it's of the having an unlicensed firearm.
Yeah,
It's
unlicensed. Yeah,
unlicensed.
with his
Yeah.
it's unlicensed.
Oh, jeez.
and apparently with that they depending
And I'm sure
how
say
loaded,
berekile situnya se.
how loaded it is,
Yeah.
also the years to your case it's per bullet.
Oh
Yeah.
my Jesus.
So
Are
if
you
let's
guys
say
for
two-
real?
Yeah, if
bullet-
they link it to any other thing, then you're fucked.
I think it is linked to other things. Because I don't think he expected it to go that far. And
Because apparently he's also had another issue, Kokonka, where he did something that
he pulled the gun again.
and I just can't remember what he did, but they opened a case that leap down against him for I don't know what it was. I think nearly I don't know if it is extortion and kidnap.
Shit.
Killer one. So hey man, I think the guy is I don't know, like he's a bit of a
And from that
he's an
video,
adult delinquent,
All I'm gonna say is, and the hate is gonna hate. And then I'm gonna shake it off. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like that's what Taylor Swift would say in this situation because it's got nothing to do with me. But it seems like this guy is a menace.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Sweet Scott, tell us what you think about the guy. I hope he recovers. Then I don't know, maybe he's a danger to society. Imagine you're fighting for your life and then there's also
Yeah, but the cops are like literally at the hospital making sure he's under heavy duty guard. Like hour and a half from there. Straight to court, straight to jail.
Ulobona na lima 26.
Speaking about shaking it off and Taylor Swift, so what's going on? Me, I don't know. I'm stressed now. Hey, chilling with boys is stressful, guys.
Hey, the Swifties have been on it for
What's
quite
going
a
on?
while. Because I think Wednesday they generated an AI X-rated picture of Taylor Swift. Well,
Disgusting.
and stuff.
Damn.
So they were
Did they exaggerate it? Like,
because they took
Okay.
it down. So they took it down. But what pisses off the Swift is that Twitter only took, or X, only took it down like 24 hours later.
Ah, not on the thing.
You should have taken it immediately
Nah,
because
it's
it's
not their
against code of
problem.
conduct.
Yeah, bro.
I'm on Twitter, you
it's
know,
not their
Twitter's
problem,
like,
though.
Twitter's everything, bro.
It's against their code of conduct.
No,
It
dude,
is.
I'm so sorry to say this. If anyone who maybe is like an adult towards me who's watching this, I'm so sorry to say this. But guys, do you not know that X's Twitter thing is Pornhub?
It is.
Practically.
Trust me.
It's
Don't
different. It's different if you take a picture and someone leaks it. It's actually a picture of you. But for someone to Photoshop you naked, now it's against Twitter code of conduct.
Aye,
So
lepona ke
now-
lepona.
But I don't understand why it's so
People go
much of
to
like
X
offense.
to watch
You know, to
X-rated
her, like, I
movies.
mean,
So now she
you know, when
took
you're a
out
celebrity, you're bound to come across
she
such.
took out the guns up Akwatile. She's like, people are gonna spread all this shit, they're gonna be prosecuted. Swifties are on people's necks, Twitter necks and all that. So my discussion is, with AI, as helpful as it is, it seems like it has a bad side to it.
Yeah, and
Because
it's
there's
his bad
also-
side is coming in so fast, bro.
Because now there's also this
They're way too
comedian,
quick with it.
George Carlin, something like that, I think. He died in like 2008, but then they used his AI generated voice to do like a newly released comedy show. So the family's suing that company or those people that did that for intellectual property.
Didn't Bongani do the same thing to Brenda Fassie like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, remember? There was like a
No.
Brenda
The
Fassie.
only people that I know did the same thing, it's Ricky Rick's family. So they
Really?
dropped a song of what he wrote on Twitter before he died. So the song dropped last year, and it's actually a song with Ricky Rick's voice. It's an actual song.
That is crazy.
Did he record it or it was AI?
No,
No,
it
they
was
took his
AI.
last words and then they used AI.
So they
to-
used what he wrote as his last tweet when he was committing suicide, and they made a song out of it using AI.
But at least that's better. You find they have the rights to.
Yeah, that's what I was also about to say. To say at least the rights. Kila one.
It's one about to buy a channel.
And give it by yenu.
Tupac hologram, yeah, Tupac.
Yeah.
They have the rights to intellectual property. It's a different thing altogether where these people don't have
The total
intellectual
stranger,
rights.
yeah.
Yes, but then they're making money off your
Yes.
voice.
I was on Twitter a couple of weeks back and someone was on the TL saying the same thing, right? So what's happening is basically this thing is a sensation on TikTok and on Facebook. There's this hair growth oil that they're selling, right? Like hair growth oil, especially like the Black Americans, because their kinky hair is like, it grows way longer than South Africans do. Now, they simulated an AI video of Oprah Winfrey selling it to people.
Nice.
And now the sales went off the charts.
That's nice.
They said
That is
Oprah
dope.
Winfrey, I very kiss. And look at my hair. And you know Oprah Winfrey, like Anakota, the old show, Nanali like a nice bouncy,
Yeah.
curly hair, but she would like tonga eat it. Dude, she is selling that thing.
That
like
is
she's
dope.
sitting there in Okaroko Studios at the Oprah Winfrey show.
that
She's
shit is
the hair
risky.
growth oil, papa. And then people are actually going off about it. Yo, I really hope Oprah's team like sues these people because they are making a killing out of Chelet,
know-
the hair growth
Aye,
oil.
that's
sale.
some- aye.
And
Aye,
Oprah
aye, it's
wabua
like
na ore ba ireke e good. And I berekisa since the Oprah show, yeah, now all these years, mriwa high genetically, how holy, but because of oily, ha.
Yo, I'm right, they were, yo, I don't know.
So-
In terms of this thing, ne, I think a lot of people are gonna hide behind AI. Laili and I'm saying whatever, it's gonna be that thing. No, it wasn't me.
But you know what the
It's
sad
AI.
part is, no? Who yeah, Taylor Swift. They used a Microsoft software to make the nude picture. So, you know, like for example, Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain things you can't make it like especially explicit or something.
Yeah, illegal and
Yeah.
stuff.
Or anything. It also specifically will tell you if you infringe on
Yes.
copyright
Yeah.
or intellectual
Yeah.
property.
So it doesn't want you to.
Yeah.
So people were like, why is this Microsoft app or site
Allowing
that they were
this.
using allowing it?
No, because I feel like you need to understand that maybe bankile because koyona ne, which is right. I think you're right. Maybe it's on the beginning, like maybe some sort of like software, if it's like a public figure or whatever. But I think it's only TikTok, right? There's like a voice changing filter thingy on TikTok where you can play around with your voice, and then the only disclaimer there right there is like this is only for personal use. So even if, for example, you were to do something and then it sounds like someone else's voice, and then you guys could like try sue TikTok is like, hey, we put a disclaimer that this is for personal use. So if the user decides to go beyond what we put this out for, then it's not our fault. And I think that's what Microsoft says as well. I feel like because if that's the case, imagine how many lawsuits Lion the Matchbox would have. I sell you the Matchbox. What you do with it is entirely up to you.
You know, it's crazy. The AI thing is crazy. I remember also another scenario. There's too many scenarios. Another scenario is, was it last year or 2022, whereby there was a clip of Kanye West saying that he's moving to South Africa.
Oh, and it was a lie, ne?
It was AI. He was actually speaking there. You see, it's a video, but it was
I
AI.
remember seeing that, and it was a lie. I can't
was
lie.
AI.
Baska Makala. Baska Makala,
Funny is that it, that made so much sense because Kanye West is currently on this rant because of
It was very fitting, yeah.
the conspiracies that are
very
happening.
fitting.
Kilawan. So it made so much sense because then maybe it came across as though he's scared of what they might do to him
Yeah.
in his country.
the timing was
so he
perfect.
would feel better and safer
If
in Africa. Kilawan. So
Street Squad is Kamakala next week. Interview at Drake.
You know what I'm saying?
Host.
You remember, actually, now that you say
Should
that,
pull that off,
you
actually.
remind me of- do you remember there was like once a nostalgic era on radio where you would have to have someone in studio and then you ask them to do like a voice bite. Like, hey, what's up? This is MT and you're
Yeah.
watching. We can actually fake it because, hey, this is Nicki Minaj and you're watching GSL. This is Winfrey. This is Bill Gates.
We can even have it on video.
Make G and Kafita abe co-host and abe ghost to
dog,
Yeah.
You, my boy. Bro.
you should pull it off.
You know what? Street Squad. I think next week's episode is gonna have something special.
Just wait and
Man, I just
we've got something nice.
And actually, speaking about AI and voices, Big Brother. Big Brother is back. Big Brother Mzansi, to be exact. Back with another season, obviously hosted by one of my favorite people in the world, an exceptional presenter, Lawrence Malega.
Why is he your favorite?
What can't he do? That brother can act, he can present, he's hot, he's nice. Okay, Arada, Big Brother,
Lawrence.
No, Lawrence Malega one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's that guy. We are going there free
Okay.
of charge. So Big Brother's been back. It's been about a week now, but Lawrence is not the reason why Big Brother's on my mouth. There are an array of faux pas that Big Brother has experienced just this previous debuting week. Like this season. Okay, voice of Big Brother changed. Nkare ke someone o tlo mo tholang ko makuleng. First.
It's too much.
It changed voice. Guys, okay, I want to show you how much of a big deal this is. Try emulate voice of Big Brother.
This is Big
Stop.
Brother.
Thank you. Perfect. Try emulate voice of Big Brother.
This is
Thank you. Namani, try emulate Big Brother's voice for me. But the fact that she's saying that, whatever Akena, deep voice. Now Big Brother is pulling up with like a first part kind of like voice, with like Namani's voice, you know what I'm saying? And then also,
no, Marnamani's voice has the first part.
no, but like in comparison to no, guys, not like first part as in, but like it's not deep
Yeah,
as
it's
like,
not
you
as
know,
deep
like.
as-
So what I'm trying to say is also not this guy clearing his throat on air.
Oh, yes.
Not this guy practicing what do I say? Do I tell him to do?
That's crazy.
Yay! And he's like, okay, so you're gonna count me in? They're at the pool area.
At the
Just
pool
tell me where
area.
to go. This is Big Brother. Is
Bruh.
Wait. Yeah, this is Big. Is that fine? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm ready.
That
okay.
is the craziest
Cue me.
thing.
Dude. A whole
you
Big
gonna cue
Brother,
me
the
in or not?
nation, and it's not even a nation because it's like a big thing in Africa.
Yeah, in Africa.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And that's besides the fact that people are saying, Batasha Big Brother, like it is slow learner, because how do you watch someone doing nothing the whole day? It's because you're doing nothing too. And then there's another faux pas. We had 2 cast members, or rather housemates,
Yeah.
on Big Brother this week, Umakeke no Bravo P. Right? They were, so basically, if you know Big Brother, they always have like a Friday party, you know, sponsored by like big sponsors, and they have a celebrity DJ and Khumanati pool area, vibes, drinks, and stuff like that, right? The boys again and the girls were chilling, Khaniwa, Boras Mandana. There's what they call a HOH house, like head of house. So there's a specific room you get if you, basically the head of house, title, yeah, rotate every week.
Yeah.
Of challenges. So if you win, you get to be HOH. There's privileges. You get a nice balcony bedroom, snacks, you know, the locks. So it looks like one of the boys was HOH because they were in the room, yeah, HOH, right? Makekele bravo babu. So it's opege na bokagiso uthi uKareni, can you please open that uyavula snile na I wanna like those kind of, you know,
those
those kasi
conversations,
mentality chats yabona ukuthi ukhulele sichizile udong yabona futhi namhlanje ntwana, you know, sidrank inyana uyambona nangu futhi noKareni ungathulahli athi asimngene ntwana athi usho athi asimngene ntwana yabo athi asimbonise ikaka lo munye uteshi so umungu wachechela murago kurama ntwana le sikheleza and umbathega like, you know, like general guys, but this one is instigating gore plazo ipona nyana o are kene 2L kena ka ole ke kene ka yabo. And you must remember these people have been a menace like throughout the course of the house, because one of the rule books on Big Brother is, one, you can't speak vernac because come on.
Okay. Yeah. It's rushed,
And
yeah.
one of the other biggest rules, you will get eliminated if you take off your mic. Because what are you doing? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So throughout the week, they had counter strikes where vele umuntu kasingemshishi sakobona ruwa kaskasi arhuti wetsa kamabomu. And during the week they antagonizing guys baba naling di menace towards ke go wena go tswena tle kentle kwena kwa why when uKareni umncenga bo thatha lento udlula ngalento uqoka iphikini awumfaka like yo, that kind of shit, you see. So there was an outroar on Twitter. And they're like, guys, this is unacceptable. You know, Big Brother has had segments for years where drunk, but no one has ever instigated or touched anyone against their will. One thing about Big Brother is they're there for 3 months. And Big Brother iqala from day 1 until the last month where no sex has happened. Do you understand? So they're like, dude, there's countless guys that were hotter than you. They were not unruly, but this has never ever happened. So people, you want to say something?
No, I want to go in after you're done.
Go in. This is the perfect time.
So I think I just need to, because I saw the same thing, right? And I saw the clip. I think you're putting it lightly when you are explaining it as to what was going down during the conversation. So the guy, is it Bravo P?
Yeah,
It's
Bravo
him.
P.
So the guy was actually saying, that girl is drunk. We need to have sex with her today
Keep her
because she's drunk. That's a rapey.
Yeah, that's
it's not rapey. That's
it's a rapey mentality.
That's you saying that girl is drunk,
Taking
so we're going to
advantage.
take advantage of her.
You can't give consent.
Exactly. So that's exactly the conversation, right? The other thing I wanted to say about the thing, because I've been seeing snippets and clips of this thing, especially when you go on TikTok, people are always taking clips, right? I can see the guys very Kasi-like, Bravo P, right? The previous seasons of Big Brother, I've seen them, right? Even though I've never followed them like religiously, because I always have shit to do.
Whatever.
So the guy had everything for someone that can win this thing. I'll tell you why, right? Number one, the first season was won by Mandla, right? The guy was very Kasi-like. The guy couldn't speak English fluently. The guy had a vibe about him, which is a Kasi-like.
Yeah.
The second season was won by Ntombi and who's that guy? shit, I forgot the guy, but he was also very Kasi-like, right? It's only the last season, which is season 3, that was won by Mpho Abadim.
Okay, yeah.
So the reason why these Kasi-like guys, they always win is because they are more relatable to an average South African, right? Exactly. So they come with the Kasi thing, and as a viewer, you see this guy is representing where you're coming from. So they become more relatable as opposed to a guy Singh or Shapang Sikhoa and everything. Yes, maybe Sikhoa Sitamuchusa here and there, but when it comes to the crunch time and the last days, the guy that is more Kasi-like is going to come out on top. So the guy that was instigating the rapey thing, the guy had everything.
Hey, bravo,
the guy had everything to win that shit, but I don't know. And we can't even blame alcohol in this
and
case.
Ukhalile, did you see that Ukhalile? In his defense, he went to Big Brother, like they have like a diary room, right? And then Big Brother like amu boot and like
What the fuck is going on?
so and I khona go guy pig. After I like hi Big Brother like whoa like whoa emaganyane, this thing is being like thrown out of context, like ka go chailwa bo as my gents rena lu bua masiba like wabo like it was just one of those things like nali makeke we re kenalo and like we was snacks and don't be the party just because ibile in front of everybody, but nale nanje like we chilled, we guys
caught, they're remorseful.
obvious
No, as much chance you don't have such talks
That's a crazy talk. That's a crazy
There's
talk.
2 types of chains. That's what
True.
so is that type of right.
yena we fela Big Brother mara if re ka nnete ne ke mina, don't you think ka be ke mo kala
You was that's why.
It's
no phela abamu they didn't reprimand him there and then.
Yes, but
Yeah,
he was
but
caught
then,
in
but
the
then
act.
still, maybe he didn't get the opportunity to.
exactly. Because
would
also
have.
there's people.
Hey, I'm not saying right, yo guys,
The problem mona kore imongondong ya and that's why I get bua sona like it's a bit extreme.
And Haile Mongondong had the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, that's why I
was
get
going
sugar
to
maybe a twala chance.
It was going to happen.
Yeah,
It's a crazy talk. And no matter how much you can defend it, it's a crazy talk that you can. The fact that
man.
that thing is in your head, Jorge, someone is drunk and
You
I need
don't
to
say
take
that,
care, take
Kila
advantage of them.
Yeah.
It's a crazy talk. The other thing I wanted to say about this thing, I saw the clips from TikTok where Shem, I don't want to lie, because when they were playing the video for everyone else that's in the house, because no one knew about the conversation, it was just the 2 of them.
So they played the video on.
Yeah, so they told them, Jorge, get to that lounge area,
Yeah.
and then they played the entire thing. Yo,
That
the
conversation.
faces of the housemates. Garibona, the faces. That guy, the same guy, Bravo P, he couldn't watch them. He was like this the whole time.
Look,
He was like this the whole time.
time.
And the fucked up
He
thing,
will always show remorse.
exactly.
when you're
And you know, how do you gain confidence that you're in a show where 24 hours, camera on,
nalibet, man, guys,
Mikey
this
on.
mic on,
happens.
and you're still comfortable to speak about such?
Naitibet, like
So,
nasi ora.
like, we also not that comfortable in private to speak about
Exactly.
such. So imagine now, internationally, all eyes on you, and you're comfortable.
That's a crazy talk. And the other crazy part, just to wrap it up from my side, the other crazy part is that the nigger was specifically saying the girl's name, Jorge. Smang mang ulahlile utawe tshwantse mo palame today.
Sharp.
The crazy thing is that once they were playing that video for everyone, the girl was there listening.
How was her response?
She was shocked. I think the other thing that shocked her is that it was unexpected.
Can I ask a question? Do you think Big Brother, multi-choice, would have responded like this if
There wasn't
social media didn't go ballistic?
Can we ask the Swiss Scott that question for the sake of time?
Okay.
Because people actually did ask that on the TL, and there was like an uproar. Yeah, very if because at first they sent out the statements trying to say, "Hey man,
I
guys,
think the
investigate
investigation,
that."
that thing,
Yeah.
investigation.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Correct.
knocks like, okay, what are you investigating here? Type of thing. You
Okay.
know?
Okay. All I'm just saying is, if I were that girl, I was gonna maybe call someone and order a hit. Do you know someone who maybe might be in trouble for ordering a hit?
Moral compass insight, and it has to do with guns as well.
Yeah, you know. Do you know someone?
Ordering a hit.
Do you know
Ordering a
anything about that?
hit? A hit boss.
Nah.
You know,
Nah.
Come on, come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
You mean that? Oh my gosh. Shit. Hey, I'm not saying anything about a hit. I'm just providing a story. Please.
you say what you want. It's a podcast. So yeah, Sava man.
I'm not saying anything. So this is what happened this past week. On Monday, the Senzo Meyiwa case resumed.
Okay.
Since they last had a sitting in December. Senzo Meyiwa case resumed. So they are doing a trial within a trial. So a trial within a trial. The second trial within a trial, it's because of the validity of the statements that were taken from the accused.
Okay.
Right. So the defense is saying these people were beaten and forced to have that statement. In fact, they didn't even have any statement. Someone came with the statement and they were forced to sign here.
Yo.
That's number one. Right. So that's what they are having a hearing for right now, the sitting. It's a trial within a trial. So they still need to figure out whether those statements were made willingly or
Coerced.
niggas were beaten up. Right. So on one of the statements, so the person who's testifying, it's the lead investigator, which is Brigadier Kininda, right?
Okay.
On one of the statements, when the brigadier was reading the statements, I think it was a statement from accused number one. My nigga is saying that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind of the whole thing. So remember, the angle of the entire court case has always been it's a robbery that went wrong.
Yeah.
Right? However, on the statement, the nigga is saying this shit was a hit. We were called.
Hey.
The conversation. So, okay, let me finish this part first. We were called and we were told, listen, there's a nigga that I want to remove. Right? So we were called for this guy to remove him, right? Kill him. So when the brigadier was reading the statement, he was saying that these calls between Kelly Khumalo and the niggas who are Izinkabi, so by profession they are Izinkabi, those niggas, right? Hit squad. So the conversation started with them from 2013 because Senzo Meyiwa was killed in 2014. So the conversation started from 2013.
I was in matric.
Apparently there was a time whereby they try, I don't know how, but they tried to kill Senzo, not the guys, but Kelly Khumalo, I think, found someone else to try and kill Senzo, but they failed at that time. That was in 2013. And then apparently they succeeded with these niggas, right? The other thing the statement says is that immediately after, Kelly Khumalo went to a Sangoma to do the cleansing.
Yo.
Same thing as niggas. There was a Sangoma that came to testify at the beginning of the case, of the court case. The Sangoma said that my niggas came through to me and I took them to a river to go and do a cleansing. And it's a cleansing of killing someone. So, for the first time, in this case, Kelly Khumalo has been fingered. Excuse the pun. Excuse the pun.
You.
Has
pun
been
intended.
fingered as a mastermind who ordered the hit.
I don't even know what to say.
You know.
But it's always been
Yes.
thought
Yes, people have always suspected her, like from get go.
Yeah, 'cause-
they've always said, "Yeah, now this thing has been dragging for so long," and people are like, "Kikeli." They've always suspected her.
It reminds me of a case here, Peter Torch. A room full of people, and one person gets killed. Just like Peter Torch, it was a hit. It doesn't make sense. There's a robbery, and they decide to just kill one person.
One
Wait till the
person.
fire
So many
went off.
witnesses. One thing I won't to see the witness. And in that place, it's just high profile people.
Exactly.
Why one? How many shots were fired? 3, ne?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. But it's not one.
It's not one.
Yeah.
And only one person gets hit. How many of those bullets entered Senzo?
So it's a crazy story, right? As you are saying, the suspicion has always been there that Kelly Khumalo has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is that because I follow the case, I have always thought that this investigator is trying to protect Kelly. It is now another twist that actually this investigator is
indeed trying to
actually
find out
has,
what's
because
happening.
the reason why people do not believe that these niggas did it, it's because people were thinking that they are trying to use them as a scapegoat for trying to protect the people that were inside the
Actually did
house.
it, yeah.
Because obviously it's only them that knows what happened. No one else knows, right? Another crazy thing is that the argument from these niggas is that we had nothing to do with this shit. These people, because some of these niggas were inside Batsweri for different cases. For an example, one of them, the previous week, the first week of Jan, one of them was convicted for another case. So they're sitting there for this case, but they were convicted for a different case, right? So one of them is actually going inside for a different case
for something
because
else,
they
yeah.
are is in Gabi. So obviously they're always
In and out.
gonna have, So the thing has always been they are trying to protect Kelly. That time, it is now actually them, the investigators. They're trying to bring Kelly down because they have Kelly as the mastermind of the whole thing. You wanted to say something?
There's this thing, isn't it? Once you get fingered as the mastermind, you should be arrested.
That's another thing
Yeah.
that people kept on saying, that
I was
you've
about to
always had
ask.
the statement because you had these guys
Yeah.
and arrested them because they were involved in that thing.
Exactly.
But they
Now
told
that you
you
know.
as part of the statement that
Yes.
there's a mastermind. Why is the
Exactly.
mastermind not in court?
Yeah.
That's what I was about to ask Khumalo. To say, Alan Kelly, what's happening to her? Like, is she
And
getting
There's this
arrested?
thing also, Yahore. The people that were in the house must also get arrested for trying to defeat
The ends of justice.
Yeah.
Because apparently the neighbor came in also, they were cleaning the scene and
Yeah.
all that. Why are you cleaning the scene
scene
and trying
before
to
the
hide
cops, yeah,
things?
exactly.
So in such instances, you're accomplice then. Or
Yeah, you are.
you're defeating the ends of justice.
They are
Why
probably all fully
also they're
aware.
not arrested until they are proven guilty.
So that's the case. Actually, people have been asking that okay, why have you not arrested the mastermind in this thing? Because
So, Lino, I was someone talking.
No.
Shouldn't
Now,
maybe
10 years later, you're still outside. Once you get fingered, but it's like, oh, now, Ubulaile, they planned everything. You must go in.
so
You
wait.
go in. You initiated everything.
So
You are the cause of this happening.
if
Just because you didn't pull the trigger does not necessarily mean you're into it.
You need the
So
mastermind
it's
gets
very responsible.
more time.
More time.
that's
True.
that's what I wanna understand, because it seems like you guys are in unison with the fact that once you are established to be the mastermind behind like a hit, automatically what's in
You're supposed to be one of them.
So no burden of proof, no trying to prove. Okay, now that's crazy because there is a black
You
proof
know,
now
Gary,
because they've got like
It's like
Calls and everything.
once, let's say you and your husband are married, ne? When LSG, you'll be arrested. Then you'll have to prove your innocence in court.
exactly.
Yes, that's how it works.
That's exactly what's
also la ntshwara because ke flight risk nka tshaba nka etsa le ntshwara, and then
You
ke
must be
tla tswa if
arrested. Then if they see you're not a flight risk and all that, then Baufe bail.
yeah.
Honor hasn't been arrested or anything. But yet she's been pointed at as being the mastermind who orchestrated the murder of Senzo.
It's a crazy thing.
So rather than arrested, then akupe bail, bamunte on bail.
Yeah.
but she should still be under.
What do you think is the reason behind her not being arrested yet then?
She's working with powerful people.
Yeah.
That's the only
The
explanation.
fact that this thing has been hidden
No,
for so
like, what
long.
do you mean powerful people? Because do you know when you're African, powerful people can mean
I was
anything.
thinking that as
too.
well. I was thinking that as
Or
well.
both?
Because while there are powerful people, like,
It could be both.
so you want living and the dead, the living and the dead.
Like I'm saying, the people that were in the house, majority of them were high-profile people. You're not just gonna go in just like that.
Yeah.
I get it. Off topic a bit. Lindsay Tabo Best, apparently he's inside covering something for a powerful person.
Yeah.
So now you can see even Libo Kenny. I mean, even if they're trying to protect her, it's not only her. Because if she goes down, it's gonna be like that ripple effect.
Yeah.
Other people are gonna go down. Yeah.
Like dominoes, the domino effect.
Yeah.
So she was definitely supposed to be arrested, and then only then her lawyer can come and plead her innocence.
I don't know this is how it works with Free Squad. Tell us what you think. I feel like this case has been going on for like 10 years now. And this is
Yeah,
insane. I feel like,
2024, 10 years.
yeah, it's been like, I could say, I found out a lot of information. I didn't know how like the justice system works. And you guys are just like literally, this is the only time on this podcast you will ever hear me say, I'm proud to have boys in the same space as I. That's the only time. I will never say it again.
Don't lie.
In the history of this podcast. But yeah, for the sake of time, BTW fam, a lot has happened. We're not going to cover everything. But I think Kagiso is just going to swiftly start it off with the ICJ, International Court of Justice.
Oh yeah. They gave the ICJ, International Court of Justice, gave an interim ruling, basically siding with South Africa that Israel must take measures in reducing genocide that's taking place at Palestine.
Palestine, yeah.
Yeah. So although it's not fully in agreement with South Africa, because they didn't action into a ceasefire.
Yeah.
They just say Israel must reduce or
Yeah, what does
find-
reduce even mean?
but like find measures.
But
of-
kuyeng mara e gago.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's put measures in place of reducing homicide, not
No.
homicide, genocide that's happening. Guys,
Are they not supposed to say, stop that
Stop,
shit?
exactly, bro.
So wait, also, I'm confused because the course is broad. Or it's an interim ruling. That means that you're definitely
remember
ke so soma so
this case can go on
langanyana
for 10 years.
for 10 years or whatever.
So in
Interim
like
ke
now-
soma lanka.
Yeah. So it's not the last say. I say judgment there. Okay, ki etaba ifela mo. No, kinso for mochi. Temporary.
Hey man, I don't know. Okay, yay, I guess. No, yay. Okay, that's like yay. Not yay. Like it's yay, but with like caution.
Yeah.
Right? Well, because I mean, half a loaf is better than nothing, guys.
It is.
I guess.
It is.
Moving on another BTW. If you do know, if you don't know, that's why we're here about to tell you. So the Taxi Association, actually in Gauteng, one of the most popular ones, DORLJOTA, which is abbreviation for Dobsonville, Leratong, Rodipoti, le Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Right? So they basically decided to go halfies with parents on taxi fees for kids, right? So if it's during the week, Monday to Friday, from I think 4 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m.-ish, the kids will basically pay half price for itegis to go to school, only if they are dressed in their school uniform. I actually had a question in my head, how much on Friday para CBC, and then what's gonna happen to the kids?
Pay full price.
Then you have the money.
But I think that's really dope, especially like thinking of our like economy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
However,
It's a good move.
I could
Like a
say
uniform.
I literally thought of that. I'm like,
I'm gonna go buy a
uniform.
uniform.
When I want to go somewhere, I don't know what I will think about it. But like, I think
I think that's the only thing that'll just...
it's dope. I think it's a great idea that they come up with this, especially because
Yeah, like,
how unka chalete taxi like we times, right? Because I did when I was at home and I saw this, I was like, okay, so taxi like it's like 15 rand, right?
Sure.
So return is like 30, right? So in a month that's like 600, and they're cutting it down to 400.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's not a lot, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, and then like people are like, yo, but why the transport? Because the only reason why a lot of kids use transport is because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So how are they gonna like fight this off because transports go up every year, kachu.
Well,
So are they gonna do the
it's
transport?
convenient. It's like Uber. Uber is cheaper than taxi, but we don't get Uber because of convenience. You let us go, you drop a KT. Taxi over here, kwa di robotong,
Bus stop,
ito tauta luena, it's all that.
Yeah.
So maybe for convenience and safety, parents will still opting for maybe
School transport.
But anyway, I think that's really dope. For the parents baling in this, I'm sure they're excited. As a parent as well, shout out to you guys for this. I'm gonna look for my school uniform. I don't know if it still fits me. Du Plessis has another BTW. What's going on there?
Shout out to DORLJOTA.
One time.
That's some dope shit. So Dricus, I always say Dricus. Dricus du Plessis, the MMA fighter. So he won last week. But that sport is crazy. Did you see his face?
Bloodshed.
That shit is crazy. So he won last week.
Boys being boys.
And so he won last week. Building up to the fight, he was doing interviews. So on one of the interviews, actually, I need to say this thing, that also Drake lost money because of him. So he was betting against him
Shit.
and betting for the other guy, and he lost like 13 million. But that's small change to Drake.
What?
That's like it's
30
small-
million is still money in dollars.
Still
it's-
No, he lost
No,
like what,
he-
700K
Yeah.
in dollars.
So
Oh,
it's
so nice.
that's small change to him, by the
a
way.
lot of
So that's like maybe 700 rand to him. So, he was doing interviews. On one of the interviews, so they asked him about SA and SA government and how is the government like.
Fuck that man though.
That motherfucker was saying it's the worst government in the world. The SA government is the worst government. I forgot the other stuff that he said, but he was basically saying the SA government, it's the worst government in the fucking world. Number one, I don't know how many countries he has traveled to see that this one is the worst. Because you must have seen other
Truth when I was
governments.
young,
Exactly.
you're omnipotent and you're
And also,
omnipresent.
that shit is whack. Because I can tell you right now that if Kolona, you've got problems, your mother and your father, they're always fighting, and there's chaos inside the house. You don't go around and saying, yeah, shit, that's happening in my house.
I'm cheering you
It's
already
fucking
in the
whack.
same.
You know why I
Come
say,
on.
You know why I say fuck him, né? Basically what him and like your Afri forums and whatnot, basically what they're doing is it's like, I won't say treason, I forgot the exact term that I can use, is they're spreading false news. We're not the best of countries, we don't have the best of government. But what they do is like he was adamant of speaking about farm murders and whatnot.
Yeah.
Countless of times it has been debunked that people don't go out of their way and kill farmers just because you're white and you own the farm. Crime is crime. You get murdered, yes, but it's like Mutuko Kailisha Bambamutunsi. It's the same type of murder.
Yeah.
You understand? They don't go out of their way saying, oh, we're gonna kill black people in Kailisha.
Yeah.
You understand? So what they're doing is spreading false rumors or news. That's why I say fuck it.
Because Khumalo.
And also,
Yeah.
he
So
is-
he's saying South Africa is the best at being the worst.
Practically, yeah. But with him
That's a
having
nice
so
way of
much
saying
money,
it.
why doesn't he move there?
Yeah.
and also,
So I'm a bit 50-50 on it. What you're saying true. That are just really fucked up as, you know, white people. Yes, on the other hand, our country is somehow failing us. Our
Yeah.
government is failing us. You know
True.
what? When you look deeper into it, if I had to take away the whole race thing and everything that has probably been done in the past, I just feel we are at a point as a country where there's just no care. You know what?
From the government.
To some degree, I'm in agreement to say, yeah, government is a bit fucked up.
are you in agreement with the?
That's
So
why I get a 50-50.
I need to understand the agreement. Are you in an agreement that he must say to the world? Because that's exactly what he did. So he was telling
And
the
yeah,
whole
and
world.
for yeah, you know, like Wawina, and then you are in the process, Lolata something and then you know you're talking shit. To to the world, I don't know. Like, I just feel like the world knows a lot about what's happening here.
Not really. Some of the people, they don't give a shit because they're also going through their own shit.
Okay.
Okay. If
And also, I just want to say this one thing, right? Is that, fuck, it's not his place to say these things. He's not a fucking politician. What the fuck is
And
wrong
he
with
did
him?
say, very,
I feel like you just have personal beef with whoever this poor human being is,
But you haven't said what you needed to say about this thing while you're closing it. Can you say your piece?
because le mo athekile claro
Fuck
ngwana mo
that man, and we close up the show.
We say F that man and we close up the show, and I'm gonna take it and leave it right there. Any other BTWs before we wrap it up?
No, that is it from me.
A shout out to you guys for tuning in, man. We'll see you again, same time, same place next week. Have a beautiful week, and when I know that
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And we are
All right.
out of here.
Okay.